Once again, is Mshamba Marekani. Welcome to All Topics Considered podcast. What is a green card? A green card is a document issued by the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services that provides proof of lawful permanent resident status with authorization to live and work anywhere in the USA. There's also a conditional green card that's based on marriage or investment. Most green cards are renewed every 10 years. What is USCIS? You're going to hear this acronym whenever you're trying to migrate to the USA. USCIS, U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services. So they're responsible for green cards, naturalization, work permits, travel permits, and other immigration benefits. What is a lawful permanent resident? A lawful permanent resident is also known as a green card holder. So it's a foreign national who is authorized to live and work anywhere in the USA. What is a conditional permanent residence? A conditional green card is valid for only 2 years. So in most cases, a conditional green card is issued to a spouse who has been married for less than 2 years at the time their green card was first issued. Why would a green card application be denied? So there are several reasons. Maybe you've made mistakes on the required forms, missing documents, insufficient financial resources, or just failure to demonstrate you are eligible to receive a green card. Can I work in the USA while waiting for my green card? If you already have a valid work visa, let's say H-1B or L-1 visa, you can continue working in the USA even when applying for a green card. Otherwise, green card applicants aren't allowed to start working in the USA until they obtain a work permit. What is a visa bulletin? Visa bulletin is issued every month by the U.S. Department of State. It shows which green card applications can move forward. The visa bulletin exists because the USA Congress puts a limit on the number of green cards that can be issued each year. What is a biometric screening? During biometric screening, a government representative records an individual's fingerprints and takes their photos and signature. They will do this in order to check government records to see if you have any serious criminal history or relevant prior immigration violations. What is a marriage green card? Most USA citizens and U.S. green card holders are entitled by law to sponsor their spouses for a green card, also known as permanent resident status. You get married to a U.S. citizen or a U.S. green card holder, they can sponsor you for a green card. How long after marriage can I apply for a green card? Marriage-based green card, it can take between 10 and 38 months to process. It also depends on whether your new spouse is a U.S. citizen or green card holder, and also depends on where you live. What documents do I need for a marriage green card? You must provide evidence such as proof that the sponsoring spouse is a U.S. citizen or a permanent resident, a copy of their marriage certificate, evidence that the marriage is authentic. Underline, evidence that marriage is authentic. So, and also evidence that the sponsoring spouse can financially support You seeking a green card. What is the difference between a fiancé visa and a marriage visa? Fiancé visa is also called a K1 visa. It's a temporary visa available only to fiancés of US citizens who are living outside of the USA and they intend to get married within 90 days of arriving in USA. Marriage green card is available to spouses of US citizens and green card holders, whether you're living in USA or just abroad. How long does it take to get a green card? There are many ways to get a green card. They have different timelines depending on the situation. For example, a marriage-based green card process can last as 10 months or over 3 years. What is a K1 visa? K1 visa is available to fiancés of US citizens. How much does it cost to get a green card? The cost can vary. The government fees for marriage-based green cards is $1,760 US. This is if the spouse seeking a green card lives in the USA, and that's the amount. Then $1,200 if the spouse lives abroad, and other fees can apply, let's say medical examination. What income requirements for marriage visa? If you're being sponsored for a marriage visa, your spouse need to show an affidavit of support. It's called Form I-864. This will show your annual income and show that it's at least 125% of the federal poverty guidelines, which is 100% for military sponsors. The exact minimum required for a couple with no kids, they need to be making at least $21,137 US annually. How should I prepare for my marriage green card interview? Just know all the questions are going to revolve around and focus on the history of your relationship, also daily activities and future plans as a married couple. How do you prove a marriage is real? Two people intend to build a future together and they did not marry for immigration purposes. They love each other. Evidence of an authentic marriage can include joint financial documents, evidence of living together, that is cohabitation, tickets and photos from trips taken together. When can I visit my spouse in the USA? You can usually visit your spouse on a tourist visa, even though that is generally discouraged. But this one is because not only do immigration officers often deny entry to the USA upon learning of the tourist's pending green card application, but misrepresenting one's intention for visiting could also jeopardize the application. If you are seeking a green card through a spouse,